I'm gonna be repairing this vinyl plank today. Put in cabinets, now it's short. Easy fix. So what I have to do is get these ones off without damaging the existing ones that I'm gonna leave in, because they just want me to fill in the other side. So this Mega Bond glue works really good. That's what I like about it. And to tear it up is kind of a pain in the ass. But this is a low traffic area that's underneath the stove, so it's going to be a lot easier to pull up. But out here in this area by the sink, high traffic area is going to be a lot harder to pull up. That's not too bad at all. Hear that glue working. Pressure sensitive. Recommended for this vinyl plank. Good old Mega Bond. Stuck down good. Let's see if I try to pull it, it breaks. Like underneath the stove, it just popped right out. This high traffic area though, won't do that. It'll break. So I'm gonna get the rest of these off and then get this video going, clean up the glue, and then replacement. Sometimes you have to work smarter, not harder. There's always a way. Always a way. The Mega Bond glue works really good. I recommend it for this vinyl plank. Most important thing when you're repairing vinyl plank is to make sure before you glue your surface that it's clean, thoroughly clean, any debris that might have got trapped in between these planks needs to be cleaned up as well. So I use a hook knife so I don't damage the existing plank. And then I use a scraper for the bigger stuff. And to get any excess glue might be stuck on the floor. And sweep everything up very thoroughly. The next step is glue. Okay, you can see how much I had to pull up. That's the Mega Bond glue I was talking about. After a thorough cleaning, about to put the glue down. Process, so just keep a rag around. This trowel is recommended for this glue and plank. So it's 16th by 16th by 16th. The teeth depth width. Get it close. You have to get it as close to the edge as possible. Make sure it sticks. You won't have any problems in the future with it. But it will get a little messy, so that's why I do keep a rag. Take your time and do it right. You definitely don't want to leave more than the teeth will leave. You can see the pattern that the trowel leaves with the glue. You want to be consistent all the way through. That's what the teeth are for. That's the recommended amount of glue. Takes about 30 minutes to an hour to dry before you could lay your plank down on it. It's got to get tacky first. You could speed up the process by using a fan, which I will be doing today. When it dries, it should be clear. Dries clear. Almost ready, it's clearing up. Here we go. Just keep a rag around. Not cutting all the way through and just scoring the top. It breaks. Switch it over. Factory to factory. Clean up any excess glue. This one will, the width will have to be trimmed down. Lay one on top of the other one. Square it up perfectly. Here's another piece. Put it where that piece is gonna go. If you follow this right and it's laid down properly. Like I say, just scoring the top. Yeah. That was just your guide. If you laid it down right, if you squared it up properly, it should fit right in there. That's how it should look. Just use your square. Make sure you're tight all the way back. You can make a mark. Use a square. Square the top. Snap it. Make sure you use your factory edge. So I carry a rag with me. Clean off that excess glue. You always save your scrap pieces because they might work later on down the line. Try to minimize your waste. Find out what sets your factory edge. Make sure your factory edge is always to the opposite side that you're going to cut. Make your mark. Make your cut. Or score, I mean. That's how that goes. Let's make a little trash pile and a possible use pile. That's close. Factory to factory. These are square like this. out square. No big deal. So use your hook knife. Square it to where you want it, trim it down. This cut is a little trickier because it's got to wrap around that cabinet. Switch one and two. Okay, this one's a little trickier. So you want to line it up exactly to right there. Lay it on top of the existing. And the key to this is making sure that you're lined up to your existing one here and here. This one is actually going to lay in right there. So you're just trimming off your excess back here by using a guide. What I mean by guide is a piece that's you've already used. I usually use a trash piece, scrap piece, but I'll line it up and lay it on there. Make sure it's pressed up against the back and square with your longest point. And this piece sticks out, so I'm back further just a little bit. I'm lined up with this, not with this. And then you just make your side cut. And you make your other cut. You're not really cutting, like I said, you're just scoring it. End result should be break it, cut it, and it should snap right off. Gotta be careful and do it slowly if it's cold, especially if it's cold. And line your piece up on there. And remember, this piece was sticking out just a little bit, so I'll have to trim that down. But your end result should be nice and tight. Use your rag, clean up excess glue. And the bond sticks really good. So I try to clean it up as soon as possible. Careful when cleaning it up. If you're using a hook knife, don't damage the floor. Don't damage the existing plank. We'll have to get some cleaner for that because that's not working. Here's that little piece I can trim off. That's what I trimmed off of there. Not much, but it makes a difference. Obviously, you're gonna notice the difference. These are the old ones. The new ones are obviously new. And that's what that looks like there. Tight fit. A few more to go.